Oh my God.
Oh boy, that thing
Yeah.
said we're live.
You will not believe this. My daughter just told me that one of her ex-friends wore her clothes.
She's wearing her clothes. Like I don't
We're on
share my
Jason's
clothes with
channel.
nobody but my wife.
She's freaking out, man. She's like, "Oh, I have friends that watch you, Dad," and I'm like, "We're on Jason's channel."
Well, so maybe if you did it on your channel, they'd give her clothes back.
Maybe.
So welcome everybody to the BS Hour. Jesse says that I need to make you a starting clip, a starting picture, because YouTube works a little different than Twitch. I don't know if we could have like a video clip playing like a Twitch with music and stuff, but maybe. Who knows? We'll figure it out some point in time in the future. I mean, you could play that, but see, they can still hear us, right? So
Yeah.
we could play those little things, and then we'd still be sitting here talking, and everybody would be like, "Why are you talking? They're not talking."
Jeff does it, but we mute ourselves.
Oh, okay. Can you? If so, but then we can't hear each other, right?
No, but yeah. But it's just for like a
Jeff
minute.
is waving. Hello, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, I didn't even know you were here. Bert Camper.
Everybody's here. Welcome to the BS Hour. Look at that. Oh, man. And you, too, can get yourself one of these snazzy shirts if you so choose. It's at shop.spreadshirt.com/brickblaze. And, yeah, woo is correct. Let's see if I can make a link and post it in the chizzy down here. And that way, everybody can just click it if they want to. You don't have to. You do not have to at all. But
look, you can see I have a wig on now. Finally,
if you want to, yeah, you got your wig. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it moves on its own.
Oh yeah, son. All right. Hey, oh, that's weird. I'm gonna go back into my own video because it did the chat like straight disappeared.
No, they're still here.
Burke says hi, Jesse, and she said ho, and then she meant hi. Welcome, John. Good vibes to you as well. Where'd my video go? It's gone.
Dog ate it.
It's overrated. What?
No, I said the dog ate it, not overrated.
Okay. All right, here we go. We are posting.
Here, I can show you guys.
There, link, sucker. It's in the chat.
Alex thinks it's so cool that I stole his glasses.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the deal. Tonight's topic is going to be, what is your favorite video game series of all time? And I specify series because technically you can have a favorite game, but then you could have a series that you like more as a total. So tonight is series. Jeff and Julian wearing the same shirt. Awesome. Twins, Basil.
Yay!
Oh, wait, I forgot. Before we get into the topic, though, that I do have a minor announcement to make. That is, if anybody is watching.
What happened to Jason?
Just know that tomorrow.
I took you out. Nobody knows what you said. I took you out completely. I dropped you.
I'm out. I'm gone.
You're back now. I dropped you.
Hey, Lego boy, what's going on? Anyway, so if you've been watching me walk and stuff like that, there may not be a walk tomorrow, and that is because Missouri's weather is drunk. It was 75 and nice yesterday. It was snowing today, and it's supposed to get down and freeze and get butt-ass cold tonight. Not going to get up and walk in the freezing cold, so I will postpone it to Thursday, or I'll do something else. We'll see what goes. So I already see we have some answers going down there.
Yeah, we do.
John likes The Witcher. It's his favorite game series. Jeff loves Castlevania, except for the Nintendo 64 games. They were horrible, and he is correct. Lego Boy says they're getting snow tomorrow. I'm gonna have a little bit of show and tell with mine. So, Julian, why don't you go first?
Okay.
What is your favorite game series?
Favorite game series.
Missouri's weather is always drunk. You are correct.
Kind of like Jeff. It's not Castlevania, but kind of.
I'm here.
Yeah. They're not horrible, but the problem is I'm not that into them. But the other ones are so strong to me, or mean so much to me, that the series as a whole has got to be my favorite series. And it's subsequently the level 1 response.
Now, see, I like Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. Amazing. The one that's terrible is Sonic, I think it's called Sonic 04. It's actually literally just called Sonic. Came out on the 360 and the PS3. That game's trash.
The game in which I speak of, the series that I speak of is everyone's favorite Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Bros. Excuse me.
Super Mario Brothers. What's up, Dave? It's a bunch of BS.
But yeah, essentially, and just simply, and I don't know how in depth Jason wants me to go. I guess a little bit.
You go as deep as you want, man.
That's what she said. But the reasoning behind that, I don't want to be up here the whole time. I'm over this.
I was gonna drink.
Drink. This one, yes. And essentially,
Super Mario World.
Huh?
Super Mario World.
I don't know what you're talking about. But combat series except for Mortal Kombat.
I like Shaolin Monks. It's the Sub-Zero game they made a few years ago, and then the Special Forces game on PlayStation 1. Those were terrible.
So what I'm going to say about Mortal Kombat is I think they should have done like Mario and did an RPG.
Have you ever played Mortal Kombat Deception?
No.
Okay. There's a mode, I believe the mode is actually called Deception, which is literally like an open world RPG. Oh. And you run around and you fight different characters and things like that. And it's got a big story to it. Hey, what's going on there, Jeff? Well, or Jesse? I'm looking at Jeff's comment while Jesse's up there. Yes, hello, Jesse. And then Jeff, Mass Effect except for Andromeda. Yep. Dragon Age is solid.
Yeah.
So my
let's
talk about Mario for a second.
Yeah.
So actually, I'll go ahead and make this announcement since you kind of segued into it.
Oh, did I?
So the BS Hour episode 4, not next week, which is episode 3. We'll have a different
fucking like it. How about that?
I don't care. It don't matter. Episode 4, though, of the BS Hour is literally going to be all about Mario. There's a discussion about Mario, favorite Mario games. Hey, what's up, My Journey Gaming? It is a bunch of BS, ain't it? Yes, the stream is a bunch of BS. But we're going to do an episode all about Mario. Since it literally was just the 35th anniversary, a month or so.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, me neither. We're going to everything Mario, Mario sports games, blah blah blah, everything. Your favorite games, your favorite non-game related stuff, the Lego sets, whatever you want to discuss.
Do you realize that we are older than Mario?
Yeah, I know, right? And I'm also going to be doing a giveaway that night on episode 4. Got to wait and see what the prize is, though. I'm not going to tell you right now. But episode 4 will be epic. And Mario Kart Wii is pretty epic. Oh, yeah, for sure. I own that movie. I like that movie.
It is.
I even liked that movie as a kid, even though it was different and it wasn't quite Mario. Mario!
I still stand firm that Captain Lou Albano. Yeah.
Just stating facts.
Wait, 4 through 6 isn't the best.
All right, so there's going to be a little bit, by a little bit, I mean a lot of bit of show and tell about my favorite game series. So my favorite game series of all time, and I am going to give myself the big screen for this, just because I'm going to be showing off some stuff. Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter, period. Except for maybe 1, because 1 does kind of suck. But Street Fighter 2, fantastic. So I own that game so many times. You don't even know. So I found a few of them back here.
Just a few.
So, I got my original Street Fighter 2 that I bought on the Super NES. way back in the day.
Is it CIB?
It's complete in box, yes, sir.
All right.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo, complete in box.
Why don't you have those protective plastic cases out for them?
Super Street Fighter 2, I don't know where the box is, but I have it. It's packed away. I couldn't find it after the move because the box for this one I had up on a little display at my old house with a shelf with Street Fighter stuff all around it, and I had the box up there. And so it's in a different box than the rest of these were, and I haven't located it yet. So those are the ones that I got and I played most of the time because that's the way it was. Super Nintendo was better than Genesis. Fight me. And then later on, though, I picked up on the cheap, the Genesis versions just to kind of like have.
Yeah.
I've played them a couple of times.
I was about to say those cases look real crispy. Like
yeah, they've been played a couple of times, but not as much as the Super NES ones have. So I even bought this Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the 3DO. I don't own a 3DO, nor have I ever owned a 3DO. But I picked this game up on the cheap for my Street Fighter collection.
Nice.
I have never actually played. This disc has never been played.
Oh,
ever.
wow. Was it sealed when you got it?
Yeah, it was sealed, and I opened it and checked it all out and stuff. But yeah, it's never been played.
Damn.
Never. And then, I got other little collectibles too. I got a Ken Pixel Pal thing that lights up. We got, look at this. Let's see. Street Fighter Alpha Anthology on PlayStation 2. I got the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection on PS2. I got Street Fighter EX3.
So early on,
all the Street Fighter 5 variations, and then I have the Anniversary Collection. So yeah, that is my favorite series, and I have way more that I didn't bring to show over here. Oh yeah, actually, they're kind of put away right now, and I can't get to them, but I do have. Jesse bought me a big fighting stick to play all the fighting games on PS2, Xbox, and GameCube. And then I actually have several character-related Street Fighter controllers for the PlayStation 2. So I have like the Ken controller, Chun-Li, the Akuma, and I can't remember what the other one was.
So I'm gonna jump in here, talk about his for a minute. So
got it on the Switch.
What happened? The Switch?
Got it on the Switch.
Nice. I feel like, and this I took a hard line as a young adult teenager about my allegiance and alliances with video games, and I feel like it was a mistake now. And I feel like I've missed out on stuff. But here's the thing.
Lego Boy, thanks for being here.
Peace. As I say something, you leave. Okay.
That's right. Perfect.
I got agitated and aggravated with Street Fighter. I thought it was a solid, 1, 2, whatever. And then it just started getting crazy with the names. And it never made it to 3 or never made it to 4. I don't know. Is there anything past a certain number?
5 is the current.
That's it. Dude, that game's been out for 35 years.
Okay, but here's the thing. They went back in time for like stories, right? So,
okay.
Like I said, Street Fighter 1 came out, and it was okay. Its gimmick at first in the arcade was because they had, the 6-button layout. But the first variations of Street Fighter 1 in the arcade had 2 big, giant rubber buttons that were like this big. And to get the light punch, medium punch, strong punch, you literally like punched it lightly or you pounded on it.
Oh.
That was like their gimmick. But the actual game was meh. And it was released for home systems, TurboGrafx 16, as Fighting Street, not Street Fighter.
Huh.
But then later it's been added to other compilations. So yes, in the arcade, you had Street Fighter 2, then Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, then Street Fighter 2 Turbo Champion Edition, then Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. There was 5 variations. Only 3 of them made it because basically every other one they released at the home. As far as after 2, they went to Alpha. They went back in time. So the Alpha series takes place in between Street Fighter 1 and Street Fighter 2 in terms of story. And then they made Alpha, Alpha 2, Alpha 2 Gold, Alpha 3. And I think
my ears and eyes are now burning.
Right? And there's another variation of Alpha 3. Then they finally made Street Fighter 3, and it didn't do very well. People liked Alpha better. And they made Street Fighter 3 Double Impact and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. There was like 3 variations of 3.
See, and the reason, and like I said, I took a hard like the second they didn't give it to me, like there you go.
I in fact do own the movie on DVD. I own the Chun-Li movie on Blu-ray, and I own Street Fighter the movie, the game, on PlayStation 1.
So, Mortal Kombat to me took a straight line numerically, and like I said,
but then they didn't.
Hey, you know what? Here's the problem. As a quote unquote adult now, my hobbies have shifted. I had a PlayStation 3 when I met you, and that is all I had. And I'm not saying you got me back into video games. You got me back into current gen video games. To play with you is what I wanted. He never forced me, folks. This is not an abusive relationship.
Now, let's talk about Mortal Kombat for a brief second, because I have all of those games as well. And in I got the Genesis one, which was crap. The Super Nintendo one I feel was better even without the blood. The controls were a little tighter, and the graphics looked better. But Mortal Kombat 1, honestly, in my honest opinion, if it didn't have blood and guts, would have went nowhere. The actual gameplay is pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Like, you can literally just stand there and tap high punch and drain half of somebody's life. Where in Street Fighter, they had a system like you get 2 or 3 hits in and it pushes you back.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to spam the same punch, and then you can't continue to do that. However, Mortal Kombat has drastically improved. So, like, the latest Mortal Kombat game is a pretty damn solid game. And it is definitely, even if you strip the blood and the gore out of it now, it's still a solid fighting game.
I tell you what, though,
fatalities and stuff, that first game is trash.
Yeah. Talk about fighter games, and I didn't get very far in the series. I just played them in the arcade. Tekken.
I love Tekken.
Tekken 2, the actual arcade game. I was so proud of myself. I spent 75 cents and beat the game.
Nice.
And I'm not that good. It was a fluke.
But yeah, it depends on who you pick, but you can just pretty much roll some buttons and Darkstalkers. Darkstalkers is a great series.
I don't know that one at all.
Oh yeah.
Jesse likes Tekken.
Jesse and I played Tekken 3 repeatedly. That's like how our dates were when we first started dating. Like literally, like I'd go over her house and we played Tekken 3, or she'd come to my house and we played Tekken 3.
Dude, that's so hot.
She can beat me more than any of my other friends.
Yeah. You know what series I have never played? Bash Brothers. Really? Everybody's
I'm not going to say it's a bad game because it's really not. And it opens up a whole can of worms. I am in the camp that I don't really consider it a fighting game. I consider it a party game.
Now, don't you, like I said, I've never played it. So don't you fight somebody and then does it flip off the screen and come back another person, or no?
No, basically what it is you have a little health meter in some modes, and your health starts at like 100% or whatever. And when they get you whittled down to nothing, then they can hit you with a strong attack and it knocks you off the platform, and then you lost your life, and it'll drop you down for the next one. You have so many lives if you play that mode. The reason I don't, it is played at Evo, I get that, but the reason I don't consider it a fighting game is because a lot of it is, there is skill, don't get me wrong, there's skill, but a lot of it is luck. In any normal, like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, King of Fighters, that kind of stuff, you have a meter, you build your meter for your super move, then you get to do your super move. In Smash Brothers, you build your meter, unleash the super ball, it comes out there, it just starts floating, and you may not get it. Somebody else may get to do their super move. And that, to me, is kind of BS.
Oh, I mean, but yeah,
What's up, Jude?
I hear you there, but I'll tell you this though. Killer Instinct. We didn't even talk about Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct is great. Killer Instinct on the Xbox is okay. Yeah, I have a Neo Geo. I have a Neo Geo system, the cartridge-based one. I've got 6 games.
There was
What's up, Fazoom? It's the BS is what it is. Yeah, Tekken Super. I could bust a 10-string on Jesse. It was funny because I learned how to do Jin's parry. And the first time I parried when we were fighting, she's like, "What the hell was that?" She's never seen it before.
A Bushido.
Oh yeah, Bushido Blade. Yep, I remember loving that game up until the boss fight. The boss has a gun, and that was a game where like I could straight up kill somebody, but you didn't technically win the fight unless you won with honor. So you couldn't kill them, stab them in the back, and that kind of stuff. And the boss just straight pulls out a gun and will blast you in the face. And I had no idea how to kill him. And every time I would kill him, even facing head on, and it still says you're dishonorable. I'm like, dude's got a gun. Yes, exactly. The parry was bullshit.
I don't know, man. I didn't get to play nearly enough WCW and W on 64. It's so funny.
Yep, you could hit him in the thing.
I've actually I don't know which one. I got me a wrestling game for the 64. I never had the 64 prior to now, and I don't think I can handle the controller.
Yeah.
My body's not adjusted to that because I went Nintendo, Sega Genesis, TurboGrafx, PlayStation 1. The joysticks on the PlayStation 1 through subsequent PlayStations, at first I was not okay with it. I'm like, give me my D-pad back. Again, hardlining video games.
So it depends on what you're playing. I will still use the D-pad if I can.
I like
the game.
I like how GTA 5 incorporated both.
Yeah.
You have to use this, you have to use that. Yeah.
What's up, Neptune Ice? Welcome.
Hello, good sir.
To the Greatest Man Lego community.
Where?
Good afternoon to you. It is an evening for us, but it's afternoon for you. And I appreciate you spending your afternoon with us.
Yeah.
Like it. Yeah, the Nintendo 64 controller, I think it's a lot of rose-colored glasses for people there.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if you cut your teeth on a 64 controller, good on you. But you're looking at a guy that came out in 96, and my first system was 88.
Like, it was the first system with an analog stick. Okay, so I give them that. But but I don't know. Even back in the day, I felt like I have to hold it to use that stick. You know, it's too much.
I'm still not sure. I'll go from this side to this one, then I'll do this, and I'll do this, and I'll go back to that.
Now, here was the cool part, though, and as a lot of people didn't know, and some people may still not know, but if you get that Star Wars pod racing game on Nintendo 64, you can literally use 2 controllers. You have one in each hand with your hands on the sticks, and that's how you fly the pod racer.
Why didn't you tell me that? I got the pod racing game over there.
If you grew up in 64, you didn't know any better.
I'll give you that.
Here, this is coming from me, who has every game system and have had every game system. I got a Nintendo 64 on launch day because that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
It did not get near the use that I thought it would, because at the time, Nintendo, like they always do, they kind of march to the beat of their own drum. Sometimes that works out for them, sometimes it doesn't. At the time, they were like, we're not switching over to CDs like everybody else is. We're going to stick with cartridges. Those cartridges cost more money than CDs. So I'd roll in like, Okay, I'm going to buy a game today. Here's the same game. It's on 64. It's on PlayStation. It's $80 for the 64. It's $50 on PlayStation. Well, you know which one I bought. The $30 cheaper one.
Yep.
Now, in some instances, I kind of wish I didn't do that because now those cartridges are worth even more. And the Mortal Kombat trilogy, that was out on both systems. And not only was there a price discrepancy, but there was actually differences in the game.
Yeah.
I feel you, Kazoom. I feel you. That's how it was for me on my YouTube channel here. Like,
Yeah.
I'm at $1,999. $1,999.
So back to this statement. That is, as a full-on adult now, all of the times that I was like, Nintendo, nah. It was every single time like, okay, everybody's heard this about me.
Dreamcast.
The Super Famicom was supposed to be the name of the system that we were going to get. They changed it to Super NES. I lost my mind and said, "To hell with you guys! I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to the Sega Genesis."
Yeah, it was the same system.
Yeah, I know.
They
Shut
didn't
up.
call it Famicom because they changed the name of the original Famicom, which is short for Family Computer.
Nobody cares, Jason. I know. I made a mistake. But then
I got both. I had a Genesis and a Super Nintendo.
I'm about to get some Famicom games because my retro thing plays PAL. So boom.
Nice.
But anyway,
My pal.
but then I looked at the 64. I played it. I was like, the controller's odd, and like you said, the games were more expensive, and I was like, it's time to move over to disc, guys. And then the GameCube came, and I was like, fuck is this?
Yeah.
I said, y'all did.
And again, some other choices like the GameCube controller is very the weird button shapes and stuff. I feel that game is great for Smash Brothers, but for any other normal, like I want to play a Street Fighter on there, or I got Capcom versus SNK 2 EO on there, and it's really weird playing with that controller.
I got you.
It can be.
I've actually never ever played a GameCube game or used that controller. I really would that's what I'm seeking right now is a game.
Do you have a rave at your house?
No, every time I move move part of my body, the light.
I was gonna say your lights keep changing. What's going on, Juan?
Hey Juan, what's going on, brother? I can't do it now, but when I don't want to do it, it does it. When I do want it to do it, it won't. But yeah, so I think with the Wii U, and the Switch, I think Nintendo has finally dialed it in. I know they're back to the carts, but I don't care. Their handhelds are leaps and bounds above better than anything. The problem with
the Switch is it is underpowered. That's the thing. They're kind of playing catch up. In terms of that respect. So there are like more. Let's go to Mortal Kombat. Honestly, there is no reason if you own all the systems, okay, like Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, there is zero reason to buy Mortal Kombat on the Switch over the other two. Outside of like you just really want to play it portably.
So for me,
because it's the same game, but the Switch version severely underperforms. The graphics don't look as good. Like on the PlayStation, Xbox, when you punch them, it does the X-rays and you can see their ribs and stuff. The Switch version really just looks like a bloody globby mess. You can't tell what's going on. But on the other two, you can literally see all the details of their ribs and stuff. The system is just not as capable.
Now, I'll say this, though. At this point in my life, the mistake I have made in the past is the reason why I would do what I would do. I was just, that's why I was showing my hands. As I would buy the Switch simply for Switch exclusive games,
and that is why I have a Switch.
Because all of
the systems, I will buy it on PlayStation every day.
I am so I love Sonic, but I don't love Sonic. I love Mario, and I feel bad that I missed out on all these generations of Mario. And so now
The ColecoVision, nothing wrong with that system there, sir. The ColecoVision was great, and you could play Atari games with the adapter.
Hey, yeah, those
For rich people, yes, Jeff, you are correct. If you can afford a PC.
But I'm definitely down to bring because I want Mario Sunshine. I want to be able to play it. I've never played it.
It's great. And here's the thing: people complained about that game back in the day, and people complain about that game now.
Yeah,
and I don't get it because I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, there's a level where you have to go underwater and you got to fight this big monster, and really the reason he's angry is because his teeth have like plaque on them, and you got to use your little water jet spray to clean the plaque off his teeth. That's the boss fight.
Yeah.
I'm like, great. Oh yeah. The dream that was a funny story too, because we had the Dreamcast and Sega's like, our system is unhackable. Like, we put new security in there, and like a week later, it was like, we hacked the Dreamcast. I have some copied Dreamcast games. I had a friend that knew how to do all that. Now, so that leads into like we were discussing last week. Like, I prefer to have the legal thing and buy the game. So while I do have some copied discs, I actually have the games too, because he would literally be like, "Hey, here's the next batch of games I got," and he would just, "Here's 3 or 4 games." I play them. If I liked the game, then I went out and bought the actual copy.
I get that. So here, to piggyback on that, if it was a game that I couldn't get my hands on, because I'm sitting here playing on the Retcon, I'm playing the NES and the Super NES.
Yes, he does.
And I feel like I'm cheating Nintendo by not having those systems, but they're so old. I don't fix systems, so it's going to be, if they stop working, I'm done. Or if I'm in the middle of a level and it just starts blinking, I'm just going to get pissed. Yeah. But that's why I use the new old system to play them. But if I sit there and
well, even if you buy an official NES or Super NES or whatever right now, Nintendo's not getting that money anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Then that's the reason those clone systems can exist legally, is because Nintendo let the patents expire on those systems, because they don't care about the console itself. Yeah. They care about the games and the software and the IP. Yeah.
But at this point,
they don't care about.
But at this point, like, I really, 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 really want to play Little Samson. And I don't rightfully care if I get a bootleg.
Well, yeah, because
I'm not going to try and resell it.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest with you, like, I would probably play that game and be like, this is not worth $3,500 or however.
No, I'm certain it's not. It's worth what people will pay for it.
Just like, apparently the Bible game or something on the NES is one that's worth a ton of money now, and it's an absolute trash game.
But here's the thing:
when it came out, it's trash now.
But the thing about that Bible game in which you speak of, because I've heard documentaries about this, good job. Somebody was watching and went and trolled his ass.
Yeah, they went and they unfollowed real quick.
But the thing about the Bible game is that I watched a couple of documentaries about getting the entire collection, and since Nintendo didn't put it out, it doesn't count.
Yeah,
even though it's
like the Action 52 and stuff like that. And see, there's people making new games now that play on the NES.
Right.
Last year or 2 years ago, I can't remember which, there's a Jay and Silent Bob game called Jay and Silent Bob Mall Brawl.
Nice.
It was made on an NES cartridge. It's 8-bit beat 'em up. It is actually now out on the Switch and PlayStation 4 as well. But originally that was like an NES game that was made now.
I love
it. Yep, unlicensed as it is. Trolling activated.
But yeah, I don't know where did we fell off our train? Yeah, Mario.
Oh, and that's fine. No, not about Mario. I was talking about favorite games.
Oh yeah, that's right. But no, I was just saying what mine was.
And here's the thing: like, I would say, at least amongst my friends and everybody I play with, I'm good. I'm good at this game. Until you play online. Like, I was like, man, I am great. and then they put it out on the Xbox 360 at first. It was the first Street Fighter 2 version with online play, and I got it, and I got smoked every time. I was like, damn. Just because I could beat all my friends, I couldn't beat everybody else in the world.
So here's the thing, and I was the man at Tony Hawk 1, 2, and 3.
What do you mean a fixed version of Castlevania 2? Like, I never had a broken version. In fact, I got that game for Christmas and beat it 3 days later. Oh, yes, Mario Train, baby. That is awesome.
Oh, yeah, talking about the Bullet Bill train or Bullet Bob. What is it?
The Bullet Bill Train.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, X-Men Children of the Atom. Oh, they're cyborgs. Okay. That explains it.
No, my theory is this, though. My theory is this. When I sat there and I played, and I'm like, I'm killing this. I'm killing this. And it wasn't even where you taught me, Bullet William. It wasn't even where you taught me how I was screwing up on 1 and 2.
Ah, okay.
It was I felt like I was good and I was really good at it. And I saw them do things that you can't do. So I firmly believe they hacked their PlayStations and such.
Sometimes, yes. But a lot of times it's just like, okay, so like as much as I love Street Fighter 5 and have played quite a bit of it, or I'm gonna just any fighting game, right? And I play a bunch of them, but I won't ever claim to be the best or claim that I'm good at any of them. But they always have every single fighting game now worth its salt will have a training mode, right? And it'll go in a training mode and it'll actually teach you combos and things.
Yeah.
I have not been able to complete anyone's combos, all of them.
Oh, wow.
Any character in any game ever. And even with the, you could hit the button and it shows you the timing and stuff like that. Like some of the timing, you have to be super, super precise.
Yeah.
And I just can't do it as much as I even play at all these games and enjoy these games. So some people have better reaction time, hand-eye coordination stuff, can do that kind of stuff.
I am a button masher in the fighting games. I'll learn 1 or 2 moves, and they're going to be the easy ones, and then I'm done. And if you kill me, you kill me. I had a good time.
So on Tuesdays, when I've been at work here, I have discovered that on Twitch, on the PlayStation Twitch channel, they've been having Mortal Kombat tournaments. So, like,
do they want to get over here?
So all night tonight, I've been at work and just turn the volume down. Customers come in. Otherwise, I've been watching these Mortal Kombat tournaments, and I'm just in awe at the absolute beastliness of these people. Like, it's amazing. And then I have come to learn that I hate Cassie Cage. Or not Cassie Cage. Jackie. Jax's daughter, basically.
Oh, I got you.
Jackie Briggs, that's it. Cassie Cage is Johnny Cage's daughter. I don't mind her. She is. I hated her when I fight against her on the game, but apparently she's like the top tier character. I watched the match tonight. The guy started. He was Jackie. He got the first hit, did a combo that took half the other person's life.
Damn.
One combo as soon as the match started. I'm just like, God, I hate her. I hate her so much as a character. They made her like super OP.
The guy it was like he was breakdancing in Tekken.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's my guy.
Yeah, Eddie Gordo.
That's it.
And in Tekken 3, if you press start to select him instead of like on the buttons, he's Tiger and he's got the big afro and does all this.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, man. When are they going to make when are they going to make a fighting game for 1UP?
Well, what do you mean?
Have they made one already?
What are you talking about?
The 1UP arcades that you can buy and bring home.
The Street Fighter 2 was one of the first ones they made.
Well, that's done.
Here,
you see how
getting the X-Men Children of the Atom one. They've put out a Mortal Kombat one already. There's a Marvel vs. Capcom one.
Well, Lord, look at me.
You should do some research before you come to the show.
Nope. I'm full of BS. Everybody knows it.
Exactly. And anyway, we're sure to, have a little fun. Talk
And,
about your
and here's the thing is I'm sitting here and I do research on YouTube. I don't read anything. But I do the research, pictures and video.
Pictures and video.
Yeah. And I don't get everything. I can tell you what to buy and what's hot right now and the bolos, but whatever.
For the BS.
But yeah, I'm in there. And I don't ever intend to see Jason. When did you have a video game dark age? Oh, that's right, never.
Yeah, no, it didn't happen. Well, and technically, yeah, reading's overrated according to Juan.
Yeah.
I only had a Lego Gray Age. Like, I never got rid of anything, so I didn't dump it all. Hey, what's going on? Hope likes Age of Empires.
Right on. I have played
not
that
something
as well.
that I like, but my wife likes that type of thing. Yeah, Redneck Rampage. I know what that is. No, Fazum is talking about my shirt. Is
talking about this one?
There's a BS hour, baby. We're supposed to have a video game dark age? No.
No.
You don't have to.
And here's the fun part, though. I don't remember a time I did not have a system. It had to have been, nope, never.
Yeah, no. Even when I was a kid, my dad had a Commodore 64. We had a Commodore VIC 20. And then I remember
1988. From 1988 to present, I've always had a system.
Yep, and we had those systems, and then I remember the Nintendo coming out, and I was like, "Oh, I want one of those." And he's like, "I'm not buying one of those. We don't need that. We got the Commodore, and then we had the Atari and the ColecoVision." Next thing you know, I come home from school one day, and there's a Nintendo sitting there. He's playing. I'm like, I thought you had said that we weren't going to buy one of these. He's like, I changed my mind. I was like, man, it's too bad you didn't get the one with the robot. He's like, all right, come on. He packed it all back up, returned it, and bought the one with the robot.
Nice.
Age of Empires 3 made it so easy I could go toe-to-toe with anyone and be successful. Nice.
Yeah.
Fallout. I've never played Fallout because I'm holding a grudge against Bethesda because I lost 8 hours of gameplay in Oblivion, and I haven't touched one of their glitchy games since.
Well, Fallout, from what I have been seen from other people, is literally one of the best games.
Eventually, I'll play it. You're
missing out.
10 years now. I should.
I'm no good, but you should.
Been hooked on Fortnite for a bit now. Rick Smith's always full of BS.
Look closer. It says Brooke Smith.
Oh, okay. Brooke Smith. Yeah. No. Now Brooke Smith is.
Oh, okay.
Nintendo Wrestling's best game ever. Yes, with Starman and then the guy that looks like Blanca.
I gotta go.
I'm supposed to shut up because I don't like Fallout and Bethesda's glitchy mess of a game.
Is it just called Nintendo Wrestling or just called Wrestling?
It was called Pro Wrestling, actually.
Pro Wrestling.
And then I never had it. My friend did. I played that, but I had Tag Team. Bethesda's my glitchy baby. I had Tag Team Wrestling.
Yeah.
And then I also currently have a sealed in the shrink wrap WCW Wrestling on NES.
Oh.
Stronghold Crusaders and Archers killing approaches the castle walls. Nice. Yeah, I'm not into the strategy games like that. With the little tiny little people watching the thing. I'm like, nah, that's not for me.
And I tell you, that is the problem with my interest in gaming today. I bought the PlayStation 1 because of Tony Hawk. I bought the PlayStation 2 because of Tony Hawk. I bought the PlayStation 3 because of Tony Hawk. I bought the PlayStation 4 for GTA 5.
I bought the PlayStation because it was a gaming system. And that's the same reason I bought all the rest of them.
No. All right. So Pro Wrestling is going for...
Nice. Juan still has WCW Nitro and Raw is War for Nintendo 64.
Nice.
They need to play on a large TV.
Tag Team Pro Wrestling is $7.99 free shipping.
Tag team wrestling or pro wrestling? Those are two different games.
Yes, the two different games. They have so they have Tag Team Pro Wrestling and they have Nintendo Pro Wrestling.
Okay, yeah, pro wrestling.
Yeah, I'm not making this shit up. There's two different cards. See?
Okay, so the one that's called Tag Team Wrestling, I had that one.
And then
the one down there that's pro wrestling, my friend had.
Okay.
I did not have.
That's the one he's talking about. So you get them both for $16.
Yes, Hot Shots Golf is fun for a golf game.
Yep. I enjoyed that. Hot Shots 2 or 3.
My first paycheck, my first job to buy a PlayStation and Tomb Raider. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to tell that story here right quick. I was working at Walmart at the time, and so was my brother, and my brother was worked in electronics. And he was like, hey, there was some hot girl in here today about a PlayStation and Tekken. And I was like, yeah, that's awesome. It turns out she's my wife now.
Nice.
Now, the only problem with this is because I bought it used, and after the fact, I ain't got no instruction book.
Which one is that?
Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition.
You can get those off eBay cheap.
I think I have the book on this one. Yeah, the book's in there. Oh yeah.
Where?
It's seen better days, but it's in there.
Nice.
The problem was when this one came out. I love you too, Jesse. For you had to play this on the Genesis originally with 3 buttons, unless you bought their 6-button controller. I have 1 or 2 of, and it was difficult with 3. I would play it like that sometimes just for a new challenge. Thanks for stopping by, Reed. Appreciate it. Have a good night. But yeah, it was pretty funny. And then so my friend and I, we used to play Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, and all the fighting games, Tekken and everything. We played them so much, we would do stupid stuff to bring a new challenge to each other. Like I remember one night we played Mortal Kombat 2 for 2.5 hours on his couch, but we were upside down, hanging off the couch so that the TV was upside down, which reversed all of our moves. we just hey, something fun to do.
And now they're implementing stuff like that into games.
Yes. Yep. We're going to buy Wing Commander. Yeah, I remember Wing Commander. I never played it, but I know of it.
Hey, so let's do a little flashback. Who remembers Commander Keen?
Nope. I mean, I know what it is. It's an old PC game, but I never played it.
Yep.
Never played it.
Yep.
Dude.
What?
Do you remember when Duke Nukem was a 2D side scroller and not a 3D shooter?
No, because I didn't like the 3D even then.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Duke Nukem originally was a 2D side scrolling game. And then when Doom came out, was so popular, that's when they made Duke Nukem 3D, and they completely changed the character of the game. If you look at the original Duke Nukem game, not even the same.
I mean, in the same respect, you could say that about GTA as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the first 2 Grand Theft Auto as the top down.
Down my ass.
Here is fun as
nope. Metal Gear. Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Metal Gear Solid. When you're fighting Psycho Mantis, he would read your memory card and tell you what games you've been playing and stuff. Oh, I see you like fighting games. There's a bunch of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat on there. Yeah, and Wolfenstein is great. Earth and Beyond Space. Commander Keen was dope. Yeah, he had the 2D Duke Nukem, so yeah, Jeff knows what I'm talking about.
I believe Jeff knows more than I do. By twice. By 10 times.
It's all about what you like, though. See, that's the thing.
Yeah. And again, so I've had the PlayStation 4 for 4 years. And I have bought 5 games for it. No, I have 5 games for it.
Hell, I bought that last week.
Yeah, I got GTA 5. I got Red Dead 2. I bought what is the stupid Lego one?
Lego Worlds.
Lego Worlds.
I like that game.
Lego Dimensions. and then I had whatever Little Big Planet came for that one.
Little Big Planet 3.
Sure. So yeah, and then I bought the Tony Hawk remastered. So I've paid for. I have not paid for. There's been 6 games paid for that system in 4 years.
Yes, I own an Atari 2600. I have
do
an
not
Atari
own it.
Jaguar. I have an Atari Lynx.
You know which one I missed that I had?
What's that?
I missed my TurboGrafx 16.
I got one of those too.
I had a kid sell it to me for $100, and I think he gave me like 10 games, and yeah.
Lego Universe.
Yeah,
Yeah, except for that's one of those MMOs where they want you to pay per month, and I don't do any of those games. Like, I got a pile of stuff here that I have paid full price for. I'm not going to pay you a monthly fee to your game. Now, I understand why they got to do it. I get it. They got to keep up server maintenance. They keep ever evolving those games, but I just can't do it.
I also would like to at some point get all the things that stack on the Sega Genesis.
I have that over there. I have the original Genesis, the wide version.
The only one that counts.
TV underneath it, and then I have the 32X, and then I also have Sonic and Knuckles. I do not have for the Genesis. I don't have a Game Genie or an Action Replay, so I can't do the giant stack. I have literally had my Sega CD with the Genesis, the 32X, Sonic and Knuckles, and then Sonic 3 stacked on top of each other. Yeah, you could get a Game Shark or an Action Replay on Nintendo 64 as well.
The GameCube thing is what I want to do. I want to get the one that plays the Game Boy games or whatever, Advance.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact, the GameCube is not actually a cube until you put the Game Boy player on the bottom of it.
Nice.
The Game Boy player puts it at the correct cube height.
Very nice.
I learned that from the Nintendo rep when I used to work at Sam Goody.
Super Game Boy. Yeah.
I have a Super Game Boy for the Super Nintendo.
I want one of those too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, disc drive.
No, the N64 disc drive never came out in America. So, and honestly, I think there's only like 5 games for the damn thing. I don't even know if it would be worth tracking down since most of those games came to America, just albeit slightly modified.
Well, Virtual Boy and whatnot.
Yeah, it'd be something to have one day when money is not an object and I can just buy whatever I want.
So let's talk about something else real quick, Jason, as we finish this thing up for you. Now, clearly, you guys know how frugal I am with the level of games that I get. Do you have any? If so, which ones are they, or how close? It did not what?
It did not come out in America.
No, okay.
The disc drive.
Any complete games for systems?
You mean having all the games released for a
All
console?
the games.
No. Hey, what's going on, Brett?
What is your closest?
I mean, I guess honestly, it would even though I don't have very many games for it, it's got to be the Wii U just because of that has the least amount of games released for it.
Sure.
Because as I discussed last week, I will never have a complete collection for any system unless I just absolutely start getting all and find that I'm getting close to having a complete system, because I'm never going to buy all the sports games.
Yeah.
So I don't care. I'm not going to play them. Just it's not going to happen. Nope. Yep. Zelda series.
When you see your comment show up and then disappear real fast,
that's because we both tried to do it.
We both tried to get it up there at the same time, folks.
Yep, that's what happens.
That is what happens. Yeah, Zelda. I did finally get. I now own Link to the Past.
Nice.
And I've spent 20 minutes on it, and I haven't played it in 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, 90. 93, 94. 94 was the last time I played it.
So you know what we need to do one night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, once you get your Elgato,
Yeah.
we're gonna set it up. We're gonna get it so that you can do it like I am, and you can have the games. So we could literally both be here on the StreamYard with the Elgato, and then we're gonna have to do like maybe we can race, right? We'll play Link to the Past and see who can get the farthest in our hour or something stupid like that.
I like it.
Do better. Brett just bought Skyrim again. Wife will kill me. And Sega Master System. Mickey's Castle Illusion on the Genesis.
Oh my god, that was my jam, dude.
Never had that game.
No.
I've played it. I never owned it, but my friends did. I do have a Master System, and I have the Master System adapter for the Game Gear. That was pretty sweet.
Damn.
Yeah, Madden is the same poop every year. Exactly. It's football. It's poop. Well, that's true, but I don't have a Virtual Boy. So my closest to having a complete collection would be the Wii U, I guess. Do better.
I'm working a deal out right now. Just hang with me.
Oh, yeah? What kind of deal are you working on?
I can't talk about it yet.
Oh, yeah. But we're supposed to talk about that kind of thing on this show.
I might talk about it later. Oh, I'll tell you about my deal.
Oh, okay.
Not this deal, another deal.
Another deal. Yeah, what'd you get? Did you get anything good?
Oh, I think so.
Good.
And I don't think I talked about it anywhere. Maybe I did. Did I talk about it Friday? I don't remember. When did I go? I don't remember when I went. Huh?
I don't recall hearing anything.
I think I told you personally. Oh,
maybe.
You know what? I probably did it on the video game thing. Sure. All right, knife is Zoom.
Views on Arc 2. I never played Arc 1. Not that I have anything against it per se. I'm just not a big crafting survival type of guy. I do like the dinosaurs. And then when Arc 2 loses its Xbox exclusivity after a year, then I'll be more interested in it.
What game is it where you start out naked and work your way up?
There's several of them.
Okay, because I saw one. And it's really crazy and like, I
already had that one up there.
So there I was. I went to Craigslist.
Deal or no deal.
I went to Craigslist and I found video games for sale.
Okay.
Now, there was, and I didn't look it up, but there was a crusty NES baseball game that said "Made in Japan" on it, and I'm afraid that I might have just screwed up by not buying it. But it was bubbled and everything. I don't like it'd been in a fire or something.
No,
I don't know. Started naked and afraid.
Afraid.
So I passed on that.
And Conan, the Conan Exiles, you start out naked there too.
I passed on that game, but the guy also had two N64 games. He had Wave Racer 64.
Okay, I have that.
And he also had Pokemon Stadium.
And I have that. I don't have the second one though.
Yep. Both those games cost me a total of $8.
Yeah, and that's a good deal.
That is a good deal. Brittany has decided that she has Pokemon Stadium 2, and now we have Pokemon Stadium 1. So now we have both of them. Period. End of discussion. And I was like, yes, ma'am. Because if nothing more, this video game journey that I'm going on selling on eBay and such is simply here to fund the gaming for the family. I got a 4-year-old that asks me every day, "Hey, Dad, can we play video games?" Thank you. I didn't think so either. No, so I'm going out of my. I'm having a good time with the boy, playing video games with him, letting him play video games for hours, whatever, just doing his thing. So if he's got to be addicted to a screen, it might as well be one that I remember as a child.
Exactly. And so you can share in the joy with him.
That's it. Because he's like, "Dad, is that game for you?" And I'm like, "No, it's our game."
So real quick before we go, I'll tell one little story about something similar. I guess a good deal I got technically. My wife's mom used to work for a school, So anything cool that was found in like the lost and found at the end of the year or whatever, she would bring home. So one time she brought home a bag of Nintendo 64 games. A couple of controllers in there too. Now the controllers were broken and trashed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But so she gave them all to me. He's like, here, I don't know if you want this. You can do anything with it. I was like, yeah, sure I can. So it was all free. And there were several games in there, a couple of them that I did actually want. But so this was it's probably been about 10 years ago now or so. Maybe not that long ago. What's up, Lumberjack? I'd say probably 6-7 years ago. So I got these, and at the time the prices on a lot of the stuff wasn't skyrocketed. Some of them were, but there was a Mario Party in there, and then there was a Mario Kart which I already owned. But I ended up selling them to a friend of mine. It's the Mario Party and the Mario Kart. I gave him like 4 games total for $75. Which was, it was a good deal for me. It was because that was all free.
Yeah.
And looking back on it, because I was like, well, I want it complete, because that's kind of how I want it complete. But the more and more I'm thinking about this now, the more I'm realizing, like, well, I may not get those complete anymore. Cardboard doesn't last. And I probably should have kept that Mario Party just because. But I thought, hey, I just made $75 off a bag of nothing, essentially.
Right.
And so I still somewhere have some of the other games left over. They were like sports games and crap that nobody wanted, but they might be worth something now. Who knows?
Yeah. I tell you, for me, real quick, let me answer Bert Camper. I don't even know how to play Pokemon anything. Brittany's the Pokemon player, and she barely Pokemons. She likes it way better than me. But I figure like this. I'm buying cartridges only. If they're disc, I'd prefer them to be in a case. I don't need the original. And at some point, I'll go ahead, once I have every game that I've ever wanted, start getting the cardboard and instructions for them.
Yep. So that's actually, we should make that a topic for another episode. Would you buy boxes and things?
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. In a minute.
So it has been our hour tonight. So we are going to go ahead and get out of here this evening. And again, like I said, next week, we haven't decided what the topic is going to be for yet, but week 4, the topic is Mario, and it's going to be a giveaway.
Oh.
And it's pretty cool. So be here for that giveaway. Giveaway. And speaking of giveaways, I'm going to be giving away a $10 gift card at every 100 subscriber increments on my YouTube channel. So right now I just cracked 1,000, something like 1,014. Once I hit 1,100, $10 gift card. Could be Lego, could be PlayStation, could be Xbox, Nintendo, whatever you want it to be.
Walmart, Amazon.
Yeah, just a $10 gift card of something. And then 1,200, another $10 gift card. And that's up to 1,500. And if 1,500, something special going to happen. So just keep that in mind, folks. So we will let you go. Have a great night. Thanks for being here.